Hi, my name is Przemek Chojecki and this episode is about artificial intelligence and hype. So, is the hype about artificial intelligence right? Is there a reason behind it? And in this episode, I try to answer that question, I try to solve this issue for you, especially that I get this question a lot from my non-technical friends, from colleagues, friends, members of family. So let's get it straight. The short answer is yes, the hype is there, it's on point, because basically AI allows us to automate and optimize different tasks which are tedious, boring, repetitive, and we just want to get rid of that. So currently AI is defined as any kind of system which can automate or optimize creative task or task which necessarily demand human input. So those can include things like working in a factory, looking at anomalies in, for example, genes you're producing, or doing something like a presentation, sending emails, writing to people from the customer service. There are many tasks like that, small tasks which are repetitive because, for example, it only consists of asking and answering questions which you get over and over. So those kind of tasks are better done through machines, basically because machines are very good at understanding structure and adjusting to the structure. So first of all, having that said, AI currently is not understood as artificial general intelligence, and that's often an argument from non-technical people that hey, it's not AI because it can't learn as a human person. Sure, but it's not supposed to be like that. Like artificial intelligence is only like some perspective on intelligence, and it's only supposed to be one single task at hand, which is done by computers or other devices. So we're not saying that it's all right now. We're trying to construct like a single entity which is able to solve any kind of task that a human person can. This is about artificial general intelligence, and artificial general intelligence is defined as a device, a computer, a computing machine which can actually approach and solve any problem that a human can solve as well. And that's a completely different thing. So that's why we talk about singularity as a moment in time when actually we can build AGI or artificial general intelligence. But that's something completely different. So don't mix the two, because AI and AGI is two different concepts. Actually, AGI is just like a part of AI. So AI is everything that you see right now, because whenever you go on Google and try to search for something, that's AI. Whenever you try to find the shortest routes, that's AI. If you write to like a customer service and there's a bot on the other hand, on the other side, that's also AI. If you're trying to optimize your marketing campaign, that's AI. There are many examples of AI in life, and they're only secluded like very particular tasks. So this is why when talking about AI, we talk about particular tasks. We're not talking about learning process in general. That's general intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and that's much harder. It's much more difficult to do, and we can't do it right now as a human species. So that's only to come probably in the next 20 to 30 years. At least that's a prediction. So having solved that, let's get back to AI. So basically AI is all about automating and optimizing what's already there, but it's boring as a process for humans. So, or maybe it's not boring, but actually we just want to solve it for the sake of solving it. Like for example with game of chess, game of Go, games like StarCraft, Dota. Those are really great example of how AI is solving a particular problem, which is becoming more and more complex. And those kind of stuff we are doing in order to be able to learn that and then transfer that knowledge to some other domains perhaps. So AI is there, AI is already here, and it's here to stay, because especially starting in 2007, we became much better on using AI in order to, for example, do image recognition. That was the first applications coming from 2007 basically to 2012 was this very startling period of AI, of machine learning, where actually people started to use different algorithms which were known previously, but with the new architecture of GPUs to get some really fantastic results which were much better than classical algorithms using classical computing and classical programming paradigms. So this was really the starting moment. And from that period, which was already over 10 years ago, we came up to the moment where actually AI is everywhere, and it's here to stay because it's really useful technology, and it changed the paradigm of programming, when before you really had to do like, if something happens, then the machine should do that and that, to something like just give a data set and then let the machine learn the task on examples. So that's a completely different thing, because right now machines are learning basically like people, like babies, like kids, and that's really a huge advantage because they can learn much faster. You don't have to explain every single rule to the machine. You just give a general outline of how it works and then let it figure out the rest of it. And thanks to that, the whole process is much faster, much more efficient, and we can start automating and optimizing stuff which weren't possible to do it before. So it's really, really great. So that's why, that's a longer answer, but that's why AI is not hyped. Even more, I think on the real hype for AI will only come with more and more applications. And this decade, the 20s, will see tremendous growth in AI applications as we tend to get even more GPU power with no AI chips like TPU and other players entering the field of building better and better chips just for making the computations and training AI models faster. So it's really amazing what we're going to witness, and AI is here to stay, and it's going to be developed even much further than before. Thank you for watching this episode. Please subscribe to my channel and see you in the next one.